Hey guys, what is up? NFL Weekly back to you again. Today we're going to be looking at probably one of the better games of the week. Maybe not an amazing game, but still one to look at and keep your eye on. The Seattle Seahawks versus the Dallas Cowboys. Obviously, it's at Seattle. That doesn't really make much of a difference because there's going to be, no fans. 1:25 p.m. Who's winning this game? Well, I mean, look. You got yourself the Dallas Cowboys, right? They've come off a humongous win against the Atlanta Falcons. That's not a question. Dak Prescott put up amazing numbers. I have nothing against the Cowboys. I typically do. I typically have some bad things to say because they typically choke. They don't always have any defense, and they pretty much had no defense against the Atlanta Falcons, in my opinion. But their offense had some serious defense in their own right, in the sense that they were able to keep the ball in their hands when it mattered. They got themselves probably one of the craziest onside kick recoveries I've ever seen, considering the Falcons literally gave the ball away. But here's the overarching question we have to ask ourselves. Was all of that effort enough to stop a team like the Seahawks? And, I mean, if you really had a look at the statistics right now, Seattle has actually a worse yards overall defense than the Atlanta Falcons. And that's not much of a debate because we can just look here at the football database here. This is the website. But we see here, here's a humongous spreadsheet of essentially all these stats. So we see the Indianapolis Colts are at the top. Baltimore Ravens, Pittsburgh Steelers, New Orleans Saints, New York Giants, Buffalo Bills, blah, blah, blah. You see a lot of teams here listed. You only see the Dallas Cowboys here at, probably number 24 or something like that. They're the very bottom of the defensive list. So they have, essentially, statistically, they're not a very good defense. That's basically the moral of the story. You might debate that. They have some good players. I'm not going to argue that they make, every once in a while, a couple good defensive plays. I'm just saying, in general, they don't have a spectacular defense on the paper. But Seattle Seahawks are even worse. They have the worst defense in the NFL according to yards allowed. Now, do I think they have the worst defense in the NFL? I do not. I think they've made some plays that stopped Cam when it mattered. They've gotten, turnovers in each of the games so far in the season. But statistically, they're not a great defense. So that's a fact. If you really had to boil down on another note here, statistically speaking, offense, Dallas Cowboys have the second best offense in the NFL right now, and that's judging by yards. Seattle's the 10th best. So, I mean, on offense and defense, it's a dead giveaway. Dallas Cowboys are obviously the better team, and they're obviously going to win this game, is what I want to say. But that's just not going to happen. You come to Seattle, you expect a bloodbath, and you certainly expect Russell Wilson, the best quarterback on the NFL right now, to dismantle your team piece by piece. It's not going to be close. It's going to be disgusting. This team gave away, both teams have actually given away a number of points, but it boils down to who has the better quarterback and offensive weapons. And although Dallas Cowboys arguably have a better wide receiver core, they don't have a better offense. Why? Russell Wilson, that's why. He makes big plays when it matters. He's going to win this game. I would say Seattle Seahawks are going to find a way to do it. And I sort of compare, Russell Wilson. He's just this mega mind of brilliant ideas, and he's constantly tossing that ball so far your eyes can hardly handle it. Mom, get the camera. That's what we all want to say when we see that guy toss it 52 yards to DK Metcalf for a touchdown. I liken it sort of to Jar Jar Binks. Jar Jar Binks, as you may or may not know, is actually a dark Sith Lord. And he's been doing this game a long time. Jar Jar knows that he's taken many lives. And essentially that the point here is that Russell Wilson has certainly done the same. So, who's winning this game? Jar Jar. That's not much of a question. I mean, he's a mega mind. When I say that, I mean Wilson, of course, because you're looking at a man who slaughters defenses left and right, just like Jar Jar does to Anakin's confidence and to essentially the entire Jedi Order, because he essentially mauled them all in a fanfic that my buddy is writing. So, yeah, who's winning this game? I'm going to say Seattle Seahawks win this game. Probably, I'm going to say 35-24 Seattle, and it's not going to be that close. So have a good one. Enjoy the rest of your lives, and keep it rigid.